Asahi is infamous at school for his inability to keep secrets, but he's managed to keep his feelings for his aloof and reserved classmate, Youko, hidden. He observes Yuko's tendency to avoid socializing, including her refusal to join classmates for lunch and her isolation during gym class. After a mishap in gym class, his friends, Kanade, Yuta, and Kosuke push him to confess his feelings to Youko, especially after his previous confession to Nagisa Aizawa ended poorly last summer. Asahi hastily goes to reveal his feelings to Youko, but accidentally discovers her with wings. Youko discloses that she is a vampire and, since her secret is out, she must leave the school. Asahi promises to keep her true identity a secret to help her stay. Despite his excitement, Asahi soon realizes that Youko only sees him as a good friend and fears he might not be able to keep her secret. However, Youko trusts him to do so. The following day, Nagisa Aizawa becomes suspicious of Asahi. She notices that he has been watching Youko since she turned him down, which irritates her. At lunchtime, Nagisa confronts Asahi about his feelings for her and inadvertently rejects him once more. Later, Asahi and Youko have lunch together, where Youko explains that for vampires, drinking blood is akin to a kiss, but they eat regular food like humans. Youko accidentally consumes spicy food, revealing her identity to Nagisa, who is stunned to find a tiny alien version of herself confronting the vampire. Nagisa admits she's a tiny alien piloting a robot suit and initially tries to erase Asahi's memory to keep the secret, but Youko intervenes. Nagisa then agrees to trust Asahi with their secrets. Akemi, Asahi's childhood friend, becomes suspicious of his relationship with Youko and resorts to torturing his friends to extract information. She reveals that she recorded their classroom interactions, but Asahi insists he is just friends with Youko. After school, Akemi chases Asahi until he is rescued by Nagisa. Nagisa defends him so he can visit Youko, who is homesick with a cold. Youko, surprised by his visit, appreciates the gesture as she's never had friends over. However, Akemi manages to find Yuko's house after Nagisa accidentally discloses Asahi's location. Although they trap Akemi, the next day she publishes gossip about Asahi and Youko in the school newspaper. Asahi tries to retrieve the article by chasing Akemi to the school roof, where he uses reverse psychology to persuade her to stop the publication. Kanade later suggests that Akemi might be acting. Outside of school, Akemi argues with her glasses, which turn out to be a goddess of fortune. One day, Asahi is shocked to see Nagisa outside her robot suit. She explains that her large suit didn't have time to charge because she was eavesdropping on Asahi and Youko. They go to retrieve the robot from the girls' bathroom and encounter Youko along the way, plugging in the large Nagisa for charging at the nurse's office. However, when Akemi finds the small Nagisa pretending to be a figurine, Asahi intervenes by claiming he made the figurine and escapes with little Nagisa. They hide in the sports shed, where Nagisa unexpectedly grows to human size, and to conceal her identity, they stage a fake argument in front of their classmates. By the end of the day, Nagisa begins to develop feelings for Asahi. Youko appears unusually tanned at school, explaining that vampires tan easily. Nagisa decides to train Youko to avoid the sunlight, practicing moving from one shady spot to another. The next day, they take Youko into town to avoid the sun, but they run into garlic and crosses. Realizing that Youko could have used sunblock all along, they head to an amusement park to celebrate. Since Nagisa can't join them, it's just Asahi and Youko. They enjoy rides and food, and Youko reveals she is half human and half vampire, also mentioning her werewolf childhood rival, Shiro Shishido. They encounter Shiro, who aggressively confronts Asahi but starts to cry when he learns they went to the amusement park together. Shiro apologizes, not wanting to interfere with the couple. However, when the full moon rises, Shiro transforms into Shiho, a different personality and true form of the Wolfman. At Yuko's house, Shiho flirts with Asahi, leading Youko to use a moon picture to revert him to Shiro. Nagisa arrives and is startled to find Shiho on top of Asahi, running away in shock. She later returns to find Shiro on top of Asahi and runs away again. The next day, they explain the situation to Nagisa, who then transfers into their class. Shiho's continual flirting with Asahi angers Nagisa. Meanwhile, in the hallway, Youko and Asahi encounter Akane Komodo, who initially appears non-human but reveals her horns are just decorations. They discover that Akane is actually an ancient devil, Akari's great-great-grandmother, and the school principal.
A competition ensues between Youko and Akane to determine who is more attractive, with Asahi as the judge. Despite their attempts in various swimsuits and costumes, Shiho outperforms them. The contest ends when both Youko and Akane eat spicy food, causing an explosion in the school gym. During a cooking class, Asahi, Youko, Nagisa, and Shiho struggle to make curry. Nagisa's recipe results in chocolate cake instead, and the girls insist on adding a secret ingredient to improve the curry. Meanwhile, Akane tricks Akane into giving her pudding. Akane and Akari try to eat the curry but are deterred by the poisonous gas produced by the students' cooking. The next day, Akane is so enamored with the chocolate she ate that she threatens to destroy the world if she doesn't get more. They discover a meteor heading towards Earth, but Akari realizes it moves when distracted, leading her to torture Akane with chocolate as revenge for her previous pranks. The group then teams up to feed Akane the terrible chocolate and prevent the Earth's destruction. Kanade encourages Asahi to confess to Youko again at the pool, but she can't swim. Eventually, they all go to the pool together to help Youko learn how to swim. They teach her floating and kicking, and Asahi enjoys assisting her. Akame arrives with her younger brothers and discusses her past with Asahi's friends. That night, Asahi and Youko secretly meet at the pool for another lesson. Youko shares the story of how her human and vampire parents met and fell in love, and expresses gratitude for having many friends at school thanks to Asahi. They celebrate Yuko's successful first swim. One day, Asahi learns that Youko is hungry and takes her and his friends to an all-you-can-eat cake shop. He notices her wings accidentally appear at the shop and covers for her. Their waitress turns out to be Akame, who serves them spicy food. To prevent Yuko's bad reaction to spice, Asahi eats all the spicy puffs and nearly dies, while his friends reassure Youko of his care for her. At school, Akame loses her glasses and behaves more gently, surprising everyone. Nagisa helps her find the glasses, discovering that Akane stole them. Akane uses her devilish tricks to hide the glasses, but Asahi sees through them. Akame retrieves her glasses, and Nagisa finds out they are possessed and were a childhood gift from Asahi. Asahi and Youko arrive as Akame tries to avoid confessing while her glasses struggle against her. In the chaos, Nagisa accidentally wears the glasses, which confess to Asahi. The group invites Asahi and Nagisa to the summer festival, hoping to get them alone together. The atmosphere is awkward due to the accidental confession. Nagisa enjoys the festival and wins a large teddy bear, which she gives to a child. When she drops ice cream on Asahi, she realizes she has feelings for him. The next day, Nagisa feels embarrassed around Asahi, and Akane teases Youko about her feelings for him, though she is eventually stopped by Akari. The Real Asahi arrives, and he and Youko share a moment, interrupted by Akari. Asahi worries that Youko is avoiding him, and on the school roof, Shiho advises her to be honest about her feelings. Nagisa feels responsible for the rift between her friends, and Akane attempts to add her pranks to the love triangle but is stopped by Akari. They discover Akane has a photo of her and Asahi at the festival, which Nagisa eats to hide it. Youko sees them together, and that night, Asahi dreams of Youko leaving school. In the morning, they agree to meet on the roof, and Asahi's friends encourage him to confess properly. Nagisa and Akame overhear, and Akame offers encouragement. Before Asahi can confess, Nagisa interrupts to declare her own feelings. He goes to the roof to find Yuko's father taking her away and asks Nagisa for help. They explain the situation to Akari and Akane, and the principal uses her devil powers to help locate Youko, though it costs Akari's car. Nagisa apologizes for preventing Asahi's confession and helps him and Shiho break into the vampire mansion. They meet Yuko's enormous father, Genjiro, and try to escape with her using a garlic bomb. They learn that Youko was visiting her parents to see her ailing mother. Genjiro discovers that Asahi knows Yuko's secret, and they flee to her room, where they clear up misunderstandings from the festival and reconcile. Asahi asks Genjiro to allow Youko to continue attending school if he erases his memories of her promise. Genjiro, reminiscing about his own school days, requests that Asahi erase all memories of Youko. Asahi agrees to protect Yuko's school life, but Youko stops him from erasing his memories, saying he is important to her. In the end, Genjiro's memories are accidentally erased. The group returns to school, and Asahi promises Youko he will never try to erase his memories of her again. That concludes this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.